Hello everyone, let's come up with this particular block. So as you can see, it is drawn in the isometric view. Our work is simply to come up with it in AutoCAD. So I have my AutoCAD set up on and running already in the 3D modeling workspace. I have my auto set to on. I have my object snap also set on. So I'll come to home and straight off have my view cube set to the home view. Then afterwards I'll zoom out a little bit, then come up with this particular block. So obviously I'll draw it in parts, then join it at the end. So the simplest part to start off from is this particular block, then press fill it by 70. So I have 140 and 20 as my dimensions. So I'll come to left, change it to view, zoom out a little bit, then draw my rectangle as length 140, press tab, height of 20, then enter. After having that, I'll zoom in. So there I have my block ready for the press pull. So the next bit, I'm going to draw this particular standing part. So this particular standing part has a height equivalent to 70. So the height has not been given exactly, but as you can see from the diagram, from this point upwards to the center line of this particular circle, we have a value of 70. So if the diameter of this circle is 40, it means that from the center to this particular circumference is 20. So we'll be right to take 70 minus 20 to get this particular height. Though as we expect this to be slightly curved, since these two are supposed to be joined, we can draw a value of slightly higher than 50. So we're going to draw distance, a height of 55 and a thickness of 15. Then we'll remove this particular block, circular block, by solid, subtract. Then afterwards, we are going now to draw this particular circle with this hole, then place it at that particular point. So this is the way we are going to do it. So we'll start off with the first one, which is the one we have said 55 and 15. So we'll come back to our AutoCAD. Then we'll do it. Let us just do it from. You can pick, or you can just do it the way it appears. So we need to find the center line because this particular block is at the center. So I'll just draw a line as a reference. Then I'll draw that particular rectangle having a height of a thickness of 15, press tab, and a height of 55, then enter. Then I'll move it from that particular point to that particular center. So this is my center line. I can elongate it because it's going to serve us. The other center line I need is the horizontal center line. So I can elongate this. So this one is at a distance of 70. So again, I'll move it, enter, from this point upwards, a distance of 70, then enter. Then I can do my two circles with a diameter of 40 and 26. So I'll have circle, center, diameter from this point. First being 40, then enter. Press enter again to select it. The next one be 26, then enter. So for this, I'm going to have two of them. So I'm going to copy these two from from the center to, let's say, that particular point. So as you can see, this needs to end at this particular point. So what we're going to do, we're going to first off draw the triangular portion. So the triangular portion runs from this point to that point to the top. So we're going to have a polyline from this point to the top point, and to this point. Then I'll also move it slightly to the right hand side. So for these two also, I'll move it to this end point. So after having those, we can see that this has it needs a press pull of 54. So we come to home, then we can do the press pull. So we need 54. Then enter. Same to this other one. So we have repeat, press pull, zoom in this area. So let me come back and so can do it one by one then. So we have this one as 54. Then you can have the inner one extending so that you can have the whole a bit. So after doing that, we can have this triangle, this press pulled as 15. So 15, enter. Then you can have the square bit as 30. So this bit, okay, we'll do it twice. So the first one 30, the next one, okay, because it's accepted for 30. Then I can delete this one. Then the bottom bit will press pull it by 70. So we come to press pull again. So that way, then 70, then enter. So afterwards, I'm going to move this triangular portion from this endpoint to that endpoint. And then we're also going to move this particular block. So we're going to move the solid from the center point to our center point. So to make this easy, we'll come to UCS World and come to the left portion. So I'll move this solid block from its center to that center point. Okay, need to change my view first. So I'll move the solid, enter, from its center to that particular center. So we have 3D solid here. Let's check to see whether it is complete. So that is the way it appears. So all I need to do is move it the other way. So 3D solid, then move it slightly. Let's say 10 units. Move it again, 10 units. I need it to pass this particular triangular portion by some distance, so that is okay. Then afterwards I'll come to solid operation, then solid subtract. I'll select this and this as my main block, then press enter, then select this top cylinder as my secondary object, then press enter. So this is what you are looking for, this particular curve at this particular top. So after having that, I can delete this particular polyline. So as you can see, if we can orbit it, then I can zoom in. So that particular curvature is what we are looking for. So now it means that if we take this and place it at the center, it will fit perfectly. So again, I'll select the solid, then come to move, then I'll move it from its center point to that particular intersection. So as you can see, they fit perfectly well. So I'll select these particular 2D lines and delete them, along with these other ones as well. Select my center line and I'll also delete them. Select this particular polyline and delete. Same to these other ones and delete them. So the other thing that we need to know, first off, we have the mistake. This needs to be at the end. So I'll select these objects, then I'll move them from this particular endpoint to that other endpoint. So that is the way they appear in the diagram. So that is the way they are supposed to be arranged in the diagram. Then the other thing that we need to come to my CS world, then come to top, CS world, then top, then I change my view, then I change this to show the reference first. So the other thing that we need to put is you can see that from our drawing we have these two holes. So we need to put these two holes. We can see that the first center line is at a distance of 25 millimeters. So we need to put it. So again, we'll draw a line as such. Then I'll move it. Press enter. From this point upwards, the distance of 25. Enter. Then the other information that I've been given is that these two holes have a diameter of 10 and the center to center distance is 80. So come back to our drawing. We'll need to find those center lines. So we'll start off with, since my object snap is on, I'll snap to that point, then draw a line upwards and enter. Then I'll come to offset, then I'll enter a distance of 40, then enter. So I'll pick these to the left, I'll click on these also to the right. So where they intersect is the centers. Then I'll come to center diameter, click on that point, then draw 10, enter. Then I can copy this circle from its center to this other point. Then I can delete these center lines. So after having that, I can press pull them. So I'll come to home and press pull them upwards since they have been drawn on the lower surface. So I'll come to press pull, select it, then upward. So this one, select it, then upwards. Then I can move all of them down at some distance since I need to subtract them from the main polygon, from the main drawing. So I'll move them just slightly downwards so that afterwards I can change my view to conceptual. As you can see, all I need to do is to come to solid, then solid subtract, select this one as the main, then enter, then select this particular two cylinders, then press enter. So as you can see, that is what we needed to come up with. So that is it. You can also put some dimensions. That one is found at the annotate, where you can pick the dimensions from this point, either linear, and making sure that your snap is on. You can select as 2 points that you wish to dimension. Then the other thing you should notice is that for dimensioning, you should be keen with the face that you wish to dimension. Like if it is this front face, you come to your coordinates, come to this bottom face, then select on the face that you need to dimension, accept. Then now from your annotate tab, you can choose your 2 points as such. Then the other thing you can also do at the annotate is you can change the visual styles by coming to this particular arrow, then coming to manage dimension styles. So from here, we can set values by modifying the style. So for instance, like in our case, we just need the text to be visible. So we can increase the text size to, let's say, a value of 5. You can also increase the arrow sizes and also the units and so on and so forth. So those are some of the alterations you could do to make your arrows, symbols, and the dimensions generally appear. So basically that is it for this particular exercise. I hope you have learned something new. So that is the way we were supposed to do to come up with this particular solid block. Thank you again for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, and also please make sure to catch up on the next videos. Thank you.